Hello, this is H2O Azazel, but you may call me Aza. Today I'm doing a video tutorial within Animal Crossing New Horizon. I'm not going to go over the game itself. This is something a little bit different. I'm going to go over how to do a particular pattern in Animal Crossing New Horizon. Many know that you can create your own design and upload them into the game and use them, and there's a lot of creative content that people do within the game. Now you have the option of doing them in the game with and this is not that kind of tutorial. This is creating something outside of the game and uploading it into the game itself. You're gonna need this website, which is acpatterns.com/editor. This will allow you to basically create into it, and here you have your canvas, and here you have how it looks like without the grid, of course. This is a 32 by 32 pixels. I'm gonna refresh it to erase my canvas. And the second thing you're going to need is Photoshop. And not a lot of people have Photoshop, you know, it's just how it is. As you can see, I've already sort of started, but I'm redoing it because we're going to make this longer. And I'm going to show you from the beginning. If you have another program that allow layers and slicing, I would recommend that. So, regardless, in Animal Crossing, each little square that you use in Animal Crossing to create patterns and everything, most people work on a 32 by 32 pixel square, and that is one little square. When you put down a road or something, it takes up that little full square in Animal Crossing. But we are going to create something that's going to encompass a lot of squares. This sign is basically, this template is going to take up multiple spaces, multiple 32 by 32 pixels. So first of all, what we want to do is create a new canvas, and of course we want to work in pixels, and that is it. So we're going to take our calculator. You don't need a calculator if you're good at math. But basically we want to make this 6 squares wide to make this work with the font. Usually I go 4 spaces because it takes up only 4 squares, but in this case we're going 6 because of how long this font is. And as you can see, here, this is 4 by 2, and it's too scrunched. So instead, we're going to make this 6. So we're going to take a 6 times by 32, and we get 192. So you're going to put the 192 here for 6 spaces, and then 2 for the length, and you're gonna get 64 obviously, but I'm using a calculator just to make sure everything is exact. So you press OK and you get this long triangle canvas. So we're going to make it a little bigger, and then zoom in, and I'm going to take the main Palma, by the way, is the name of a town. I'm doing this for a friend. So we're going to paste that in there, and we're going to transform it so it fits the canvas. We're going to take up as much room as we can, but I'm going to leave space for that heart. The heart is over here. We're going to just go, I'm going to copy the layer the heart is on. I'm gonna create a new layer, and then I'm gonna paste it on there, and then we're going to move it to its spot. So you see here how it's over here, and here how it's over, how we are scrunching it up a little bit, but basically we want to use every space available because we don't want any blank space taking up room in our pattern, what is available in our pattern slots in Animal Crossing. So I'm going to create a new layer and then go there, and then I'm going to take this welcome to, copy it, and also paste. The reason why I like it in different layers at first is because then I can play around with where actually I want it on my canvas. Like I can bring this here, or you know, that's actually kind of looks kind of cool over here, but that's going to look sloppy in Animal Crossing. We want a really clear cut spot where it's going to be located. So we're going to put that sort of in the middle between the L and the heart, and then we're going to take the heart and we're going to do a color overlay because we don't want that black, or my friend doesn't want that black. You can do this in whatever color you desire, whatever. You can change the fonts and everything. I wouldn't recommend going too cursive because that gets more difficult to do. I would actually recommend with something that's straight if you're going to start this process. After we get the nice layout, I'm just going to make sure that everything's in the right space, that it looks okay. I'm morely comparing it to this because that's what the example was and how I agreed with my friend that she wanted it. So we're gonna take our slice tool. It's going to basically be where our crop tool is, and you're gonna select the slice tool, and you're gonna select this whole thing, and then you're basically gonna want to select divide slice. It's gonna be a blank at first. You want both of these box check. Horizon, of course, you want 2 squares, unless of course you're making it longer this way, but keep in mind that's going to go longer in Animal Crossing, and this way will go wider depending on how wide you want everything. We wanted 6 as discussed, so you hit OK. Now every little square that you see here is divided into 32 by 32 inches. So we're going to take this select marquee tool and select the first square, and I'm going to want to copy it. Oh, I forgot. We want to flatten it first. Now I want to copy it, and I'm going to create something new, and we're going to just paste that in. Bam. Then I'm going to save as, and as you can see, I already created a folder where everything is going to go. We want this in JPEG format. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, JPEG format, and then we're just gonna call it Palette 1.1, so we know that this is the first slide. We're gonna just hit OK and OK because it doesn't really matter how big it is. We're gonna come in here and we're gonna hit convert, and I'm gonna go back to that file I created, and I'm gonna select this, the one I saved. You can see it there, and I'm gonna bring it up, and I'm gonna hit you want it pattern wide and pattern tall. It's basically 1 and 1, and you're gonna hit next, and you're gonna hit, this is gonna basically tell you, you know, I usually go with high quality, and then basically which one looks nicer. So we're gonna go with medium color. The quality just changes, obviously, the quality of the picture. So we're gonna go convert, and now we have this, what is in here. If you view this up and then you go to this, you can see how it's the same. The top row has already selected my colors that are on my palette. I'm gonna take the darkest color here, and I'm going to pretty much just clean up my font. You want this pretty clean, so that way it looks pretty good in Animal Crossing. You don't want any blended colors. This little icon is going to be transparent. So basically what we want to do is we want to go around the letter, the pink, as you can say, because that's my font, my color of my font happens to be pink. And we just want to just go around it. Just taking away, and this basically is going to make everything around it transparent. So wherever you put it, whether it be on grass or sand in Animal Crossing, you basically still have that texture. I'm gonna erase that for now, and we'll go back and fix it. But basically, you just want to get everything that is in here. You can also hit this button. This is a fill, and that will basically fill in the spots that you want. And then this is going back to pencil. This is an eyedropper, which basically lets you choose the color, and then this will select that color. So let's say if I wanted that color, that spot, and I chose so we just go into this color, and we just keep cleaning it up a little bit. Alright, so let's see here. Just taking away the colors that I don't want, and I'm replacing with the color that I do want. Okay, so I don't really like, so you can open the color editor and just kind of select, I'm gonna go to this one, and I'm going to open the color editor, and here's a lot of different colors you can choose. I'm gonna go with black, and this is basically creating my outline. I found out that if you're creating a sign in Animal Crossing, it looks good with an outline. And usually black is my go-to color. It's bold, it's strong, and you can definitely spot that. I was gonna change that, wasn't I? So I wanted to kind of bring this out, and we're gonna fix this. And the reason why you saw me picking a random spot and just going to select a random color is because I want to make sure that I don't have any transparency that's showing any colors that's showing. So this block is green. I can change it back here. I basically just want to make sure that nothing is going to show up as blotches on my sign when I put it down into Animal Crossing. Normally I would go through and clean it up a little bit like this. I'll make it here. So I'm basically judging how it looks from here to here, and I will make adjustments as necessary. Animal Crossing is very fickle in how it looks later on, so I just want to make sure I clean up my lines. And oopsie, that is not. So we're just cleaning up this P. We're still wanting it a curvy, but basically I'm just cleaning it up because Animal Crossing is weird with too many curves. So I just want to make sure that it's as clean as it's going to get. So once I have that, you can actually go into the color you chose and pick color, and now I can change this color to anything I want. I can just go, I want red, I want purple, I want a pink. We are going with, I think we're going with kind of a, you don't want to go too pastel because that looks a little, well, it looks a little strange to me, but I'm biased because I don't really like pastel very too much. So I usually go with a medium color or dark. Those are my favorite tones. So I'm going to go with a medium, and I'm going to close that. So we have our first little block. Now you want to hit this change button, and basically you can change this. So we're going to get rid of that. And then change the, so we have that as a title, and then the author obviously is going to be me, and then the town. My town is going to be called Twilight. And I said going to because I'm going to be restarting my island. And then here you literally can choose what kind of pattern, but because this is just an easel pattern that we're going to put on the ground, we're just going to go normal pattern, and then you're just going to hit save, and this is going to go here. So I'm going to save this, pressing that, and it's going to go, okay, do you want to save this file? And I say yes, so I save it, and it's basically going to go into my download. Now I'm going to say, oh, I want to generate the Paloma one, and it's going to say, yes, this first slide, here's my title, here's the author, and here's the town if you can see it. Now you're going to need your phone, and you're going to need the New Horizons app, Animal Crossing, and you're going to want to scan this and basically upload it into Animal Crossing. That part I'm not going to show you, but this is basically how to get your created pattern into Animal Crossing. You scan it, you upload it to your phone, and then from the phone app you download it back into Animal Crossing. And that is pretty much this walkthrough. If you like that or see more, please like the button or subscribe, and I can definitely go through more. I can't show my phone, otherwise I will show you how to do this and actually show you in game, but I don't have a webcam. But there are many walkthroughs on how to do that on Google. Here, let's see here. We're gonna go to Google, and I'm gonna go Animal Crossing New Horizons app. So, and this one you're gonna need the New Horizons how to. Well, that's not how to chat, but basically, you want the Nucleic app. Let's see here. But anyway, there's a lot of ways you can upload it, and I'm not going to go into that, as I said. Anyway, this is Azazel signing out. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, or like I said, if you want me to go over it again, just hit the like button, subscribe, or comment saying you want to see more, and I will definitely go through more of these. If you want to see the finished product, I will post it on my Facebook page, which you can find at Azazel Anok over here, and I will actually put a link in the YouTube video below so you can find it, and you can, when it's finished, you guys can see what it looks like and the finished product. So this is Azazel signing out. Have a good day.